Hi everybody, Elson Wong here, director of Quality Fan Dubs on YouTube. I'm currently at my beautiful home studios in Perth, Western Australia, and I hope you're all doing well. Now, having said that, let's get to the first part of this introduction. I stress this point. To my beautiful, beautiful friend, our beautiful friend, Josh Lambright, aka Yamato Guru, as well as the talented, passionate team behind Starforce Media Studios. We thank you. We thank you. Fans from all over the world want to say thank you for the time and effort, blood, sweat, and tears into producing this excellent motion comic series dedicated to an incredible IP that is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. This is part of my childhood, this series. It spanned from the 80s, even before that, but it was prominent in my 80s and 90s in my lifetime. There are fans from all over the world that are embracing this remarkable project that all of y'all have embarked on, and we thank you for that. So, secondly, I want to share some interesting stats. The first episode came out in 2016. That's 8 years ago. 8. And you have to keep in mind, there's an ideation process that is involved in creating such a large-scale project like this. So you have to include 1 to 2 years. So that says it's almost a decade of planning, execution, organization, marketing, bringing to the whole world the IDW Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series motion comic at Starforce Media. I want you to take a moment to contemplate that. 10 years of work. That's insane. How about another one? It's over 70 episodes. That's right. 70 plus episodes produced in the span of less than 10 years. Blows my mind once again. And I hope it blows your mind too. The last statistic I've calculated, if you added 15 minutes on average to 70 plus episodes, that's over 1,000 hours of work, as well as 1,000 hours of content. Incredible, y'all. To Josh and Starforce Media Studios, mwah, chef's kiss. That is my intro. Let's begin my retrospective for this video. Let's go! Alright, first question. Were you familiar with TMNT before this project? And if so, were you a fan of any particular iterations or just the property as a whole? What made you a fan? And there's another part to this question. How did you become involved? Alright, let's break it down, folks. I already mentioned in the intro that I was born with this from the 80s to the 90s. I watched it when I was a young kid with my brother, early in the mornings. Saturday cartoons in Australia. Australia, down under, mate. Doing, doing, doing. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles and a half-year-old, Turtle Power. That's the one that I grew up with. I was why I paused for a moment. I want to see if I remember the rest of the lyrics. They're the world's most gruesome fighting teenagers. See, I suck. Blame me. I'm turning 40 next year, so he's a radical rat. Yeah, I remember that bit. Okay, anyways, sorry. Enough fun. Let's go back to the question. The funny thing is, I wasn't like a huge fanatic of TMNT, even though my brother owns toys. Thanks, parents. Mom and Dad, we love you. We even had all the turtles, and there was a robot, there was Shredder, Krang with the little Krang in the middle. giant toy. But the coolest toy was that big truck. You know, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles truck, where it had all the gadgetry. It was like indestructible, fast. It can probably fly, jump. Well, Donatello, tell us how you did it. Anyways, yeah, sorry, forget about the toys. I wasn't a prominent fan. However, I will say that I grew up with this series. Okay? I'm a huge Sonic nerd.
Ah, it feels so good to be so bad.
Well, used to be. I grew up with Sonic the Hedgehog. That's the honest truth. And I know a whole lot more about Sonic and the franchise compared to TMNT. So, I hope that doesn't upset you. But still, doesn't mean that I'm not a fan of what the series has grown to be. TMNT has had an incredible journey. We hope that it continues on, and, you know, we're looking forward to seeing how they grow. Now, how did I become involved? Blame Josh. Josh, one day, once again, I did state early in the intro that he's a beautiful friend. I really genuinely mean that. He was the one who just one day called me up and said, hey, wanna get involved in this, playing a character in my project? And I said, hell yeah, why not? So as a dear friend to another dear friend, we collaborated, and he gave me the role of, I'd say he's a very short-lived character, part of the villains group, not the hero side. His name was Victor, the leader of the French ninja called Savate Ninja. Yes, I've been featured in 3 episodes, and that would include 25, 26, and 27 until my death. Sorry for the spoilers. This is why he's short-lived. Even though there's all that bravado, yeah, I'm gonna take over. This was at the arc where Leonardo was brainwashed and joined the Foot Clan. Joined that team. The brothers were like, disorientated, as well as father and the friends, the hero side. But, you know, through hardship and arguments and understanding, they got together, and there was a huge conflict happening in the city. The city was looking for a new leadership. It was a power grab. So this was when, you know, the Savate Ninja gang wanted a share of it, but something happened. I got knocked out, and that too. So, so my approach was going back to Sonic, right? I want to point out that one of my most favorite characters in the entirety of the Sonic Archie series is none other than Antoine de Colette. Antoine de Colette. I voiced that guy before. I loved the character to death, and I've incorporated a little bit of that and thrown in a slice of savagery, egotism, and that villain vibe. I want to be that bad guy, just power hungry. So that's why you can hear me going like, whatever, you know, with the dagger, and yeah. Hiya! So it was a lot of fun, and I am very blessed and very thankful to my friend Josh for giving me an opportunity to voice this charismatic but short-lived to-be leader. Could have been a leader for the city. All of y'all who are doing the retrospective will always be asked this question, and you're going to say, oh, I can't, there's just too many. But the ones who are really focused, they will know, because it's right in here. There's something about it that they felt very compelled to. It strikes an emotional response. They will remember. It's ingrained in their memories. If I'm just just dissecting it down to the episodes that I've been featured, 25, 26, and 27. I guess the most proud part that I'm doing is this bit, alright? Sorry if the audio is gonna catch this, but... My hand! Remember that scene? So, when Victor's hand was chopped off, as I was reaching for the gun, and I was gonna pew pew to, Leonardo, the brainwashed Leonardo, or Shredder, Orokosaki. That was my last ditch attack, right? And what's really cool was when Shredder, aka Andrew Chan, just went, "Shut!" And that was a cool moment, because he said this dialogue, which is so, it's a honorable thing to do kind of thing in this aspect of martial arts. Never use a gun. We don't use guns. Ninjas, they're like, the sword, man. There's honor in that. So, how dare you? So I love doing screams and pain in that context. So, yeah. Hope that answers the next question. Okay, question 3. Are there performances from other voice actors on the show that stood out to you? Hell yeah. There's a lot. I mean, as I mentioned in the intro, 70 plus episodes. That's a lot of voice acting screen time from all the talented voice actors in the Starforce Media Studios, including one of my favorites is Josh. Josh, you can hear a smattering of all the extras that he's voiced in the Foot Clan, and he's also the beloved Harold. Yes, you. And he's crying, "Oh my gosh, Shredder, get out of here, we don't need you and the Turtles." So, bless you, Josh. Love it. Love every time, because I love seeing when you have a good friend who's a producer, director, casting, wearing multiple hats, and he's actually in there, you're just kind of rooting for your friend. And that's I every time I watch the episodes, it just fills with joy, just watching Josh voice. There are also a crossover of other friends and voice actors in quality fandoms. Yes, this is true, because in episode 25, I realized that my dear friends Rory Walter Griffin, aka the Tiger Wolf 55, and Michael Bryant, aka Wolfblade number 93, they were featured in episode 25. And Josh, this is a crazy thing. Josh, myself, Rory, and Michael were involved in Beyond the Western Deep, the movie, several years ago. And to see us in the production right there, another chef's kiss, and just tickles the heartstrings, you know? Really feels good. It's a very nice warm feeling. So other friends that I've not mentioned yet, they include Fairfield Fencer, aka David. Oh my god, he is the Futuretoid character. That robot voice, holy crap, man. Love the filter you're using and your performance. Incredible. We also have Omega, aka Alpha Paranga. He voices the big turtle guy. And also Limroto, who voices, he's very good. Shout out to you all the way in Denmark. Good with his monster grunge voice. So Limroto, David, Alpha, Omega, Rory, Michael, Josh, we're all in the same team from quality fandoms, friendships that have been formulated from the voice acting industry, and we all did it as hobby artists. And it's just a wonderful pleasure to hear them in this series. And I apologize to all of the other folks that I've missed out, but you know who you are. You're in there. So, yes. Now, going back to this question, if I were to say who were the voices that stood out in this series, hands down, actually, let me preface this. Before I say this, like I said, the Starforce Media team of voice actors, everyone has done an excellent job from the Turtles, the supporting cast like April O'Neil, Casey, Karai, all the scientists involved, Hop the Cat, so, all the foot soldiers, everyone, the gangs, Casey's dad, oh my gosh, of course, Alopex. Alopex is not a cat, it's a fox. And Angel, so many characters. All the Ninja Turtles, Leo, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo. I mean, shout out to y'all. I mean, Michelangelo, Rob, love that fun personality. Donatello, as well as Slash Casey, voiced by Eric. I love that sincerity. Playing as Don, especially towards the end with this death scenes. Spoiler, sorry. And also coming back alive. Raphael, that Royal Hayasha. Come on, you don't want to get me dirty. He's got that Brooklyn accent, New York accent, like don't mess with me. That kind of like, coarse voice. But he's got a lot of heart, Raphael. He's too emotional. He's like a fuse bomb. You just gotta control him, and he'll be pretty damn good. Splinter, Shredder. Okay. Anyways, all of y'all have done an amazing job. But if I were to really boil down to some of my favorites, I've got 3 in mind. Ready for this? We're gonna start off with Kuyalo as Leonardo. Josh shared an interesting story about how he found him. Initially, it was the voice of Master Splinter, who also voiced as Leonardo, aka Austin Leonard. But I love your Leonardo, Kuyalo. I mean, it's so very, very zen-like, very leadership quality, kind of calm, that kind of martial arts, like zen quality to your inflection, your pacing, the level of respect in your voice. You can show anger, you can show sadness, you can show frustration, when you were brainwashed and thinking whether it's mom or dad, and then who's my friend or foe, who's family. So, mad props. Every time I hear your voice, it's almost like smooth like butter. Smooth like butter. Bad analogy, but I love it. I love your voice. So, props to you for doing that. Also, Andrew Chan, your Shredder. Holy macaroni. That booming voice. Very important for those who have been a TMNT fan for a long time. We know the classic, voice actors who have voiced the 80s cartoons and furthermore. But I mean, you put your own unique spin. You're serious, you're intimidating, you're very boomy. I don't know what microphone you're using or soundproofing stuff that you're doing, but whatever you're doing, it's magic. It's amazing. It's crazy good, your voice. So, thank you. You're another one of those who I feel like you are just like there's a presence of danger and intimidation every time you pop in. So, and I apologize, Josh, if you were the one who amped his like boomy, bassy notes to it. But well done. Now, MVP out of the 3 that out of the 3, I mentioned 2. But that award goes to Master Splinter. Yes, I really like your voice. If so, would you like a cup of tea? My sons. I feel like I'm a warm hug. But it's like one of those sensei kind of voices, respectable. You aged him. You gave him like that intelligence, that wise, kind of, again, zen qualities, but wiser. Because, it's very hard to kind of find voices, and Josh, credit to you for like finding that differentiation between student and teacher kind of voice, That level of respect. Sorry, Leonardo and, Splinter. You get what I'm saying, folks. But Austin Leonard, I want to speak to you, mate, because you do an amazing job. You're Master Splinter. It's so amazing. Every time, there's like sadness, there's sincerity, there is, when it's joy, it's not like, ha. It's like, you feel it. You feel it because it's like that old man, your old man, your father, your role model, your teacher, your sensei. Amazing job. Austin Leonard, Splinter, Andrew Chan, Shredder, and Kuyalo Leonardo. Well done. What is it that makes the IDW TMNT series so enduring and enjoyable? Well, I can answer it in just one simple theme that correlates to all the things that we do in our everyday lives. It is involved in our everyday lives. It is very relatable in our everyday lives. And at the same time, not relatable if you see it from another perspective. But it is one that actually intertwines with civilization. It unites us together. What is that theme? Family. That's right. Family. You can dissect family to bonds, friendships, the broken families, the need for some sort of role model, your comrades. And in One Piece, I'm a One Piece fan too, Nakama. Come on, man. That's why a lot of the mangas out there and animes, the shonen stuff, it's all revolved around friendships, family, strong, solid theme. So that bond between the turtles, it's really, really strong in this series. And this is why we keep reading it. Even from the villain side, you got family intertwined into the clans, Alopex. Oh, Silfox and Sully, who am I? She wanted to belong to something, or somewhere, or to someone, or a group of people. Casey, broken family, the dad and Angel. Oh shit, what can I do? I'm gonna release my frustration on beating the bad guys in the city. And I feel righteous doing that, but you feel a bit lost when you don't have somebody to guide you. That's when they found Master Splinter and the Turtles. It's all revolved around the theme of family, so this is why it's so enduring and enjoyable. And when you tell stories that intertwine with family, the hardships, the heartaches from the loss of a family member, rescuing, wow, isn't that, you need bravery and courage, spirit, fight, you need that. That's what makes us survive as a civilization. This is why stories are so important in our lives. It's to make us feel we need an escape from reality, right? But it's also to teach us to be wiser creatures. So hopefully, as I mentioned in my intro, it's over 1,000 hours of content. I hope all the fans who have watched this entirety can really appreciate that central theme of family and how it's been beautifully presented by Josh and his team at Starforce Media. Oh, now hold on a minute here. Hold your horses, fellas. One other thing that I want to point out with regards to the theme of family, and also incorporating to the question of what is some of your favorite memorable scenes in the series, specifically episode 44, which was recently released. That was not only a crescendo to the cliffhanger. I mean, it's like getting to boiling point of so many different elements and characters involving and arcs combined together to this great war, not in the city but somewhere else. And there was all these plans that were executed, good guys versus bad guys and all folks in between. Yeah, that was a really well produced episode. I mean, it's not just in terms of cinematics, like the voice acting performances from the voice actors, the sound effects, use of sound effects, brilliant use of sound effects, great diversity in the sounds, that's ear candy, but also the soundtracks that we use to evoke emotion for very critical scenes, aka Donatello's perceived end. Just that sadness. Josh is excellent. Like, this is one thing I gotta point out. As a director myself, a producer, and all that stuff, all that jazz, Josh and I put a lot of effort into the soundtracks that we use to depict the scenes to make sure it's seamless, so that it can accentuate our experiences watching. And it was almost a masterpiece. 44. Lots of action, lots of and just that drama and that quietness and that taps right at the end. It's just amazing. So that was one of my favorite episodes because it's just a combination of everything that Josh and the team has done to evolve the series from episodes 1 all the way to 44 plus. Just incredible. So now, having said that, there's a scene where, you know, the brothers were arguing. This was in 45, and the brothers were arguing because, like, oh no, here we go again, another failure. We let the family down. You know, one of them died, and it's because of our actions or inaction or hastiness. It's really emotional because, again, going back to the theme of family, you got to keep it together. But sometimes you got to let the fires burn and ember, not burn bridges, but sometimes when the fire goes, it happens, combusts, you got to do your best to put it out. That argument between Michelangelo, Raphael, and Leonardo, when they were very frustrated at the death of perceived death of Donatello, man, it's like, shut up, just quit complaining, Raph, just quit it, and just love it. So I really like that scene. That was really good because it also links back. This is the genius. It links back to episode 25 where they were also fighting. But this time it wasn't the loss of Donatello. It was the loss of Leonardo. And he wasn't dead per se. He was brainwashed. So he was being taken over by the Foot Clan. That adds another level of complexity in, like, the frustration of, like, oh my gosh, we can't kill him because he's our brother, he's our family member, he's our da-da-da-da-da. So that scene between Rob, Eric, and Royal, aka Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael, that was a very, very powerful scene because, you know, Raphael was really frustrated. It's like, I was just about to find out where Leo is. It's like, Don goes, no, you were about to poke a cop's eye out. You're out of control, Raph. And then that's when he's like, I'm gonna... bullshit. And that's when Michelangelo, of all people, the fun guy, comes on and says, I'm so tired of you guys fighting all the time like a bunch of big babies. And you're the biggest one of all, Raph. You're the biggest one of all. Me and Donnie spent the whole day chasing your messes all over town. You say you want to help Leo, but all I've seen was you tearing up stuff and stomping people. It's not helping anyone. Now you want to fight your own brothers? God damn, dude, what's your problem? You see that? That scene was so powerful. I just like, oh, shot to the heart. It's such a... Gosh, I'm almost going to get tears on this. Basically, what I want to say is, like, there's so many moments, beautiful moments, in this entirety of the motion comic project, created, directed by Josh and Starforce Media Studios. Little gems that are just hidden everywhere for you all to see. I encourage you all to just discover, go search for it. Go and have a little adventure and find those little hidden gems that really makes you feel, family. The theme of family. This confrontation is very uncomfortable, but it can be resolved through patience, understanding, and just being wise about the situation, you know. At the end of the day, you gotta believe in your family, believe in your loved ones, that you can make it work together. And that was what's so beautiful about this. So I guess I got one more thing that I want to share with y'all. I hope you don't mind, but it's about my friend Josh, aka Josh Lambright, Yamato Guru. This is not the right setting, but I will say one way to describe this guy. It's currently spring season right now in Perth, Western Australia. It's beautiful, beautiful weather, but this isn't the right setting for it. How about I'll take you there? In 3, 2, 1. Hey folks, hope you can hear me. You've been transported to the beautiful botanical gardens of Kings Park in Perth, Western Australia. Behind me are the beautiful everlastings, lovely, lovely wildflowers that pop out during the spring season in Perth. So, you're wondering, what is this all about? I put some thought into this to describe our dear friend Josh Lambright, aka Yamato Guru. He's been at this creative motion comics community for a very long time. He's been a director, he's been a producer, he's been an editor, casting director, and a voice actor himself, wearing multiple hats for over a decade. The reason why I'm sharing this space, this moment of time, is I want this setting to describe Josh. We all know that we love him, yes? He's very easygoing. He's a pleasure, absolute pleasure to deal with. He's like a ray of sunshine. But why I mention spring, why I mention gardens, flowers, because Josh is like an epiphany of spring. He brings joy to people's lives. He's a true friend, even if it's in the era of online friendship. It can be very fake and artificial, right? But he's a genuine one. He is someone who doesn't judge you. He's very reasonable. And he's very, very dedicated to his work. I, Elson Wong, I have been a friend of his for about a decade or so. I think beyond that by now. Him and I wear the same hat. As I mentioned, the titles of being a director. We wear many hats in terms of the roles. It takes a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to do what we do, to produce the content that you all love, right? But it's a very unique role where it's almost like the unsung hero. We get very lonely, you know. There's not many of us. And there are plenty out there, but how many are out there that are so interconnected and can still hold on to that friendship given the challenging and difficult times that we're dealing with in the real world? That's the difference. And I just want to say that Josh is a wonderful friend. I am truly blessed to have known you. You've done so many things for me, even though we don't communicate a lot or have seen a lot in real life or even online. You're someone where I can just catch up on another time, another space, in another dimension, and we can still have a good laugh. Just really treasuring the moment that we have of our friendship. That is Josh to me. He's done that all over the past decade, working with me in various projects. I got him involved in quality fandubs even before that. Prominent roles like Pina in Beastars. I already knew, because of his vocal inflection, his mannerisms, his accent, I knew that he was the perfect fit. I do this for all the other friends who are voice actors too, like you. And also the fans who may want to aspire to voice acting. But you see, Josh, like I said, he's a special one because he is very patient, he's very understanding. He's also a guy who really, really cares. He's not only somebody who's very talented and truly cares for the craft of producing excellent comic dubs or motion comics, but he's an excellent communicator. He's also somebody who is able to work with and just have a great time. I emphasize that point where you need to just make sure that you live your life to the fullest and you really treasure those moments with people that you truly, truly love and care. And Josh, you're definitely one of them. I'm going to repeat myself like a broken record. But the summary is, he's like an epiphany of spring. He brings life. He adds life to your soul, to other people's souls. He's touched the lives of so many people around the world already. With his creativity, he's super humble. Super humble, very friendly guy. And yeah, I go back to what I mentioned about being pretty lonely, being the director, the one that wears many hats in this creative industry. Even though we're not doing it as for a professional career, we're doing it as a hobby, out of our own free time. That takes a lot of dedication, a lot of sacrifices. We're a rare bunch. And that's why, Josh, it's been an absolute pleasure to catch up with you behind the scenes. All those stories, all those laughs that we have, all those tears that we shared. And thank you also for sharing all those wonderful birthday messages. Like, you're a really special guy, man. So, thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Let's continue this journey as friends. And yeah, you're pretty much like this. You bring joy to everyone's world, to all our hearts and souls. I mean that. And thank you for letting me be a part of this journey in Starforce Media. So, even though it was a very short-lived role, hey, I don't take it for granted, especially when it's coming from you. You've been very true, my friend. Can't wait to catch up with you in future, in person, in Texas. That's all I gotta say. I hope you enjoyed this audio contemplation or retrospective from my perspective, and I can't wait to see the rest of what all of you have to offer. So it's time to say goodbye. Beautiful Perth City. Hope you can visit me one day, Josh. And keep up the amazing work. Don't ever, ever change who you are, Josh. Peace out. Take care.